Garrett Blevins here with a little bit of the overview of the first week, about 5.5 weeks out from competition, and I'm still doing some fairly low reps, but not quite into the singles yet. Went up to a triple, probably at about RPE 7 with 585 on squats. Was happy with how these moved, especially after tweaking my back about 3.5 weeks ago. I have not been able to train as regularly as I would have liked, and I've been pretty happy with how I've kind of swung back into training. I'll probably be pushing the intensity a little bit more in the coming weeks as I start to lower the rep ranges. So probably hang around the RPE 8 range for the next 2 weeks, but maybe move down into doubles or even singles and see if I can find out where the top end of my squat is. I have changed my training up a little bit. I'm doing fatigue drops now for the back off work, and it's kind of a little bit of a broader announcement, but I will be doing another 20-week program of coaching. Currently I'm doing that with Brandon Campbell and have offered it to a group. Seen some really good results, especially from the novice and intermediate lifters, but I wanted to include some different training principles in the next iteration of that program and that run. So much so that it's almost not the same program. It's going to be based around fatigue and pretty much how much RPE you drop on any particular day. One of the benefits of this is it allows you to manipulate your volume in a little bit more structured format. Rather than guessing at it, you're using the feedback from your body on a daily basis. It also allows you to track 1-rep maxes as you go through the training program, and though you're not testing, you'll get a really good idea of where your maxes are as you go through, and you can see the progress a little bit better. Additionally, when you're using fatigue, you can manipulate that much more easily to plan your microcycles and achieve the results that you want. Phase potentiation is just a little bit easier when you can manipulate volume quickly. So that will be coming out here, probably be starting that group up in about 7 weeks, maybe 8. So it's still a little ways out there, but have pretty much finished that up, and I'm doing some trial runs myself and have really enjoyed it. This was the heaviest single that I did of Sumo. It moved pretty well, but a little slower than I would have liked. It was 655, so I'm still happy with it. I forgot my chalk on this day, so it was also without chalk, so I had a little bit of slipping on my hands. But I would have liked it to move off the floor a little bit faster. Just overall on this day, I didn't feel 100% comfortable at the bottom of the lift. I felt that my hips were rising a little bit more than I would like, which means that I need to be pulling my chest through and getting more tension from my back before I start the sumo pull. So you'll see on some of these back off singles that I did, I was really trying to get myself wedged in and tight before initiating the pull. You'll be able to see that a little bit here as well. I'm happy with where my hips and back are. I like that angle as far as how much forward lean is in there, and was able to pack the lats pretty well there, but still need to work just on getting the movement smooth. It's been quite a while since I've done sumo, so my proficiency in the movement pattern is a little bit lower. Last week I had done 635, and it moved a lot better than the weights did on this day, so I'm hoping that'll show up. I used my straps for the last rep here since my hands were getting a little tired. I'd done quite a few singles over 600, so they were just getting a little taxed. And it moved pretty slow, and that was about the RPE I wanted it at. So I'm going to have a little fun with this ethics series here, so just hang with me. I talked in the last video about some of my personal beliefs, especially within the last couple of years. I've focused a lot on the means are the end, meaning the ways in which you achieve the results you're after is actually going to jade or contribute to the result. And so if you try to accomplish something good by doing something bad, the bad things you do to make the good, the greater good happen, are actually going to diminish and undermine that greater good. But there's another side to that what if the means are not the end? What if the end really is the end and the means don't affect it so much? Or that you might use means that are possibly suspect to achieve it. A classic example for this would be lying. And from a Christian perspective, most people would say that it is always sin to break one of God's laws. But does that mean that it is sin if you lie to protect someone? I've used this example before. It's kind of one of my stock ones because it's historical. But if you look at people who have been in wartime, if you think World War II, and somebody might be hiding fugitives or hiding marginalized groups of people, whether that be Jewish people or, a lot more than just the Jews were persecuted at that time. But if you're hiding them and the SS comes to your door and asks, hey, where are you hiding? Are you hiding anybody and where are they? Are you going to tell the truth? Because if you lie, somehow it's a sin. Clearly, not lying is part of God's law, but would it be a sin? Would it be wrong to lie in that sort of a circumstance? And again, this is the question of means and end. The end that you're trying to accomplish is to protect a person's life, and the means that you would need to use to accomplish that would be to lie. And so you find yourself in an ethical dilemma. I'm interested how you out there in the audience see this, so if you've made it to this point in the video, let me know below what your thoughts are on that type of a question. Try to stick with the question if you can. I know it's irritating sometimes when variables are limited. You know, some people might say, well, I just wouldn't answer the door, or who knows. But try to stick with the scenarios I've laid it out, and I'm interested on how you see that perspective, if it would be sin or if it would be wrong to lie in that sort of a situation. And we'll pick up from there in the next video. Hope wherever you're at, you're doing well. Blessings.